So you might not know this about me, but I am a massive country music fan. I, in fact, have been brought up on country music all my life. I love it. And the fact we've now got somewhere in town that has not only live country music, but is all about that country music lifestyle is absolutely fab. So we have come down today to go and have a look around and see what it's like inside and give it a little bit of an exclusive tour. Hi and welcome back to the channel. Now, we are always on the lookout for new places for you to try when you come to visit Blackpool. And today we are super excited to take you on a journey to here, Queen Street in the heart of Blackpool, where a brand new country music bar is making waves. So get those toes tapping, get your boots on, grab your Stetson, as we introduce you to the one and only Cowboy Co. Right, so Gareth, we are sat in Cowboy Co on Queen Street. What inspired the opening of this brand new country music bar?
I'm a musician by trade, and I was playing at a cracking sort of country music venue down in Leicestershire, and I came out of that thinking, actually, Blackpool could really do with one of those. So I had a little chat with a long-time friend of mine who I knew wanted to open a bar, and he'd had country music bars previously in Blackpool a long time ago. And basically, we chose this place because his dad opened a restaurant here in 1978. So it's kind of come back full circle, and we opened here a week ago. I have been a very long time fan of country music. When I was 13 years old, I used to walk around town. It was in the 90s, and there were bands like Guns N' Roses and Poison and Motley Crue, and I wore the tassely long leather jackets and the pointed boots and had the long hair and everything else. I discovered the Thunder Rolls by Garth Brooks.
Yes.
And that for me was the start of a crossover between country music and rock music, and then John Bon Jovi brought out Blaze of Glory, and that kind of pushed me a bit further towards it. So by the time I hit 15, I was a fully converted fan. I still love the rock music, but actually they work really beautifully alongside each other.
Is Blackpool known for a big country music scene?
No, yes and no. Right, do you know what? There is room for it. So we have got a core of passionate country music fans in the UK who will travel anywhere for a good gig and a good venue. We had people travelling down last weekend because we had some really quite well-known names in the UK circuit playing for us last weekend. And they were travelling down from Scotland, they were travelling down from Yorkshire. They were kind of making those journeys to come and be here, which was great and a privilege that I don't take for granted. I'm really honoured that they did that. We have deliberately set ourselves up so that we hit the tourist market on our Dolly Parton tributes, our Shania tributes, our regular kind of sing-along country songs on a Friday night. The ladies' night was last night, so it's all cocktails and Shania Twain, which is kind of all you need on a Thursday, I think. And then we have on Saturdays, we're part of the BCMA, which is the British Country Music Association. We're kind of taking over their Horizon stage, which is for new acts coming up within the kind of UK circuit. So we host those. So this week we've got Alan Finlan, who's a really great player from the South Coast. And great voice, just big personality. And the idea is that we give them a showcase, but people will then travel to that showcase. We want to do a lot of music around younger people, particularly in the town during the days when we're a bit quieter, and they can come in, use this stage or our second stage, and just be able to just play their music and build that craft. And then weekend nights, it's all about the party and really lively, upbeat. We have a lot of people who come in and go, I don't like country music. And I say, give us 10 minutes. Just give us 10 minutes because we'll be playing songs in here. You'll go, is that country? We had someone in last night who I won't name for sheer embarrassment of themselves, suddenly clocked that Islands in the Stream was a country tune. When they walked in and saw the giant dolly that we've got on the wall, the giant Kenny, and went, and it was a real moment of ding, got it. So I think that kind of thing happens a lot. We get the odd group of lads who walk past screaming yeehaw, but we had that in the shop as well. And actually just shout yeehaw back. It's not a problem. We're trying to make it less cringy so it isn't y'all and yeehaw. And we're not an American. We're an American experience in a very British context. And we are on Queen Street in Blackpool. So it needs to feel like we're on Queen Street in Blackpool. So we are a British American country music venue, and very proud of making sure that both sides of that heritage stand out. but we're celebrating all things country music all the time. So what we want to do is just have somewhere where everyone feels safe, as accessible as we can, and we're working really hard to make the venue as accessible as possible. We pushed really hard to open for Pride. We're not a gay bar, but we're firm allies, and actually it makes no difference to anybody. You coming in, the only criteria is that you're kind, and that is it. And if you're not kind, you're gone. That's it. I don't care who else you are, what additional needs you have. You come in here, you feel safe, and that's really important to us. So long may that continue. I think we've had a few people come in who don't feel like they fit somewhere else. They don't want to be in walkabout till 4 o'clock in the morning and hear that bang, bang. We wanted a bar. I mean, I'm 46. We wanted a bar that I would go into. My business partner, Wayne, he's 46, also not long off 47, Wayne. But we wanted a bar we'd go and hang out in. Private hire, for instance. We've got some cracking private hire deals where we will give you the venue for nothing. Like the venue and the staff completely for free. We will do all those kind of things around you. Obviously, we have to guarantee an income for the bar, and we pay for security and that kind of thing. But essentially, the venue is the people's, and want people to be able to use that. One of the things we're launching, and I don't know, you're the first one to do this. I don't know how well it's going to go down. We're in true country music style. We are heading down the route of divorce parties, and
love it.
And we will be launching divorce parties in a couple of weeks, because actually, do you know what? Sometimes when you've been unhappy for that long, it's okay to come out and have a blow off your steam a little bit. So that's the plan.
There are plenty of songs to the playlist for that night.
There are. I can just imagine the trolling we're going to get when we drop that. We get a bit of it anyway, as it is. You know, Cowboys, there's enough Cowboys in Blackpool, blah, blah. And you go, okay, we've got thick skin. It's not a problem. I think the minute we start dropping divorce parties, which we will in a couple of weeks, I think we might meet a whole new host of internet trolls. I say to them, come in and meet us, because actually we're all really nice guys. There's 4 in our team here. We've got myself and Wayne as directors who we will work the bar, we clean the toilets, we do everything in here. Wayne DJs. I'm one of the house singers. We have Bree, she's our business manager, who does loads of stuff at what we call the grown-up jobs around the bar. She does loads of that. Jess does all our aesthetic, all our design. And then we have this whole host of absolutely amazing friends with wealth of experience who come in and drop in and do cocktail classes. So Chris is an absolutely cracking friend of the bar. I will pull him over from his current employment at some point and get him to run one of our venues. But it's that pulling together of people in the community. Our alcohol rep, we use one of the big companies locally to deliver our alcohol, came in on the day we were opening and we weren't ready. So she rolled up her sleeves and started mopping the floors. It's that pulling in.
Yeah.
And actually, we don't need it to make millions of pounds. We need to make our bills like everybody else doing a job. And after that, we need to provide a service that people can have a little bit of an escape, a little bit of a good time before they have to go back out, go back to work, go back to kids, go back to other things that they're facing. And for that little bit, so we've deliberately priced ourselves at a point where we are not at the £6-7 a pint ridiculous market, which a lot of these sort of niche boutique sort of bars have. But we're certainly holding a value to the bar by having a minimum price point that guarantees that we're going to have people who are here because they want to be here, rather than because we're pouring out £1 a pint on Queen Street. That's really important to us. To be able to kind of hit that mark.
How much is a pint out of interest?
£4. When it's still, so at the moment we do bottles deals, so we have £4 a bottle, then we go to £7 for 2, so obviously it drops it, and then we jump actually to these really cool little Budweiser buckets, so they are £18 for 6. That makes them £3 a bottle, which is competitive anywhere in Blackpool.
Yeah, definitely.
When Budweiser, so we have Budweiser coming in next week to fit our taps. Budweiser's £4 a pint. We've got Goose Island Midway, which is our American IPA. Corona and Bud are rebranding Bud Light as Cowboy Light for us, with our logo to be our kind of house beer, if you like.
Amazing.
And that'll go out a bit cheaper, so that we're able to still offer I like to offer 2 levels of products. So we do have the top shelf sort of premium. Most of the things that we have, we use the sort of Dead Man Things and stuff. We love the branding. It fits well with us. We're just getting in things like Old Jay and that kind of stuff at the moment. We are a Jack Daniel's bar, and we're a Budweiser bar, because those are the iconic American brands. We are Pepsi, though, not Coca-Cola. But actually, do you know what? What's one American cola between friends? So.
Here we go, ready?
If I only talk to God when I need a favor.
Look at that.
I know amazing grace, but I ain't been living them well.
That is fab. Right, so we just popped outside.
Yeah.
You were mentioning before about accessibility.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got stairs at the moment.
We've got 3 stairs, and we can't do much. That's the fabric
Yeah.
of the building. However, we will make every reasonable adjustment. Now, the thing is, for a small business, a ramp like that is about £1,400, which is
Yes.
a massive undertaking. So we have committed to, within the first 6 months of being open, that we then channel some of that money across and we fund that ramp. So at the moment, we do have wheelchair-based customers, and our door staff are very happy to help people in and out. However, not everybody likes being picked up
Yeah.
when they're moving in, and
Yeah.
we totally appreciate that. Those people that are, no problem whatsoever, we'll roll you in. And as the lady's daughter said to me the other day, much easier to roll her out. And I thought, no, don't do that, we'll help you. So it's not a problem for us. But like I said, we've got 3 steps at the front. So we think a nice shallow sort of 8-foot ramp will make
that'd
that
be
really accessible.
absolutely
And
amazing.
then we'll be truly a properly diverse venue, because at the moment, that's the only bit that we're missing. And
Yeah.
we're well aware, we're on it.
He's on it. He's on it.
Yeah, it's just
But
that
Gareth,
expensive.
amazing bar. Absolutely love it. I cannot wait to come down and try it. If you were coming out of Blackpool, come and try Cowboy Co. Thanks very much. We'll see you real soon. Take care. So how amazing is that bar? I'm in love with that place. I know it's something a little bit different from us, but you know, for us, we don't genuinely go out in town and go out drinking. That feels like a really nice place. Like you've just heard there, they're committed to making it accessible. It is accessible to an extent at the moment. It's going to be one of those, they are making a reasonable adjustment, which is great, and they're going to be putting that in. It feels a nice bar. The vibe in there is amazing. It's got great music. It feels comfortable. Good prices on the beer and the drinks and everything else in there. They've got different theme nights. So if you wanted to go out with the girls, Thursday night is ladies' night down there. Oh, it's going to be amazing. So we're going to go back down there in a couple of weeks once everything's all settled and it's all up and running. But if you are looking for a country music bar in the heart of Blackpool, you cannot go far wrong than Cowboy Co. Plus, as well as that, they also have Cowboy Co Steakhouse, which is in the brand new Aberdeen Street Market, which is just open. So we have got to go and try that as well. If you want to see the video from Aberdeen Street Market, we'll link that in the description box below. But go and try out Cowboy Co on Queen Street in the centre of Blackpool. If you've liked this, please go ahead and smash the like button. If you're not part of the Mouseketeer party already, you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button. But for now, we will see you real soon. Bye.